Okay, here's our last Earth Day read aloud. And this one is actually very similar to Miss Fox's Class Goes Green, because it's also about a group of students in a classroom, and it's called Our Class is Going Green, written and illustrated by kindergarten students of Oak Park Elementary School in Oklahoma. So this book was written, that means the words, pictures, everything by a group of students just like you guys in kindergarten, and they live in Oklahoma. And what's really fun about it is they used some recycling aspects when they created the pages, and I bet you'll be able to see it right away. So, our class is going green. And it says over here, did you know paper products make up almost half of all our trash? So half of all the trash is paper. Each ton of recycled paper can save 17 trees. So if we recycle our paper, every time we recycle paper, we can help save trees. And it helps save water. People in the United States, that's where we live, right? The United States, use more than 65 million tons of paper every year. That is so much paper. One tree can filter about 60 pounds of pollutants from the air in a year. So one tree helps to keep our air clean. So we want as many trees as possible to give us as cleanest air so we can breathe in, our lungs get clean air, and the birds get clean air, and all the animals get clean air. Every day, businesses in the United States use enough paper to go around the earth, if we made a paper chain, 20 times. So that is a lot of paper usage that we really can start recycling and reusing. So, and now this page says meet the authors. So there's a photograph of the students in the kindergarten class that made this book. And it says this book is dedicated. Remember, a dedication is a book when the authors decide to honor somebody. A lot of times the authors honor maybe a relative, a mom or a dad. Maybe if they have children, they honor their kids, or a good friend, someone that maybe inspired them. So let's see who they honor in this dedication. This book is dedicated to all the green individuals who realize the importance of taking care of the environment. So that includes us, right? Our class is going green. So if you noticed, look what's in the background. They used recycled newspaper for the background of their paper. So instead of using like brand new construction paper or white paper, they used newspaper as their paper, and then they decorated on top of it with these figurines. No, not the color green. Let's start again. Our class is growing green. No, not the color green. Our class is learning how to be kind to the earth. To make our environment a better place, here are some ways we are going green. So these are those words we've been talking about. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Walk to school instead of riding in cars. So if you live close, it's awesome if you can walk or ride a bike or ride a scooter. Wear our clothes in layers instead of turning the thermostat up to keep warm. Take one napkin at lunch instead of a handful of napkins. That's just wasteful, right? Keep our classroom doors closed instead of letting the cold air in. So if it's cold and you have the heat on, or if you don't want cold air in, keep the door closed. Reuse old paper for class lessons and projects instead of using new paper. So this book, they used recycled paper, and it's amazing. Turn the water off after we wash our hands instead of leaving the water running while we dry our hands. So turn the water off right away. That's the same as even with brushing our teeth, right? Help keep our playground clean instead of littering on the ground. Recycle our trash instead of throwing it away. So try to recycle as much as we can. Our class has learned how to make the world a better place. Now we are teaching everyone in our school how to be green. And it says in the end, just like the Lorax book that I showed you on Wednesday, this book was printed using recycled paper. But do you know how recycled paper is made? So we might have seen this already, but just in case you didn't, first, all paper is brought together. The waste paper is collected and brought into the paper recycling plant, which we saw a recycling plant earlier this week. The paper is mixed with water in a huge machine that pulls the ink off the paper. Then the clean paper pulp, so that's like the mixture that's made, like a pulp. Think of like the pulp in orange juice, right? It's like little smushy things. Mixture is put through screens that catch things like paper clips and staples. Usually the clean pulp gets mixed in with some new wood pulp so the paper will be stronger. Finally, the clean pulp is pressed into big sheets, dried, and put into paper rolls. So that is how they make paper from recycling. It's pretty awesome. Okay. So that is our last Earth Day Read Aloud. I put lots of great Earth Day resources on our Google Classroom, so I really hope you guys check them out.